to KUAM. Welcome back home.
Thank you, thank you. It's nice to be here.
Tell us a little bit about this play. The Audition is a play, like I mentioned earlier. I haven't heard about it just yet, and that is because it is an original piece.
It is. So actually, usually I write 1 to 2 plays a year. I like to write my own. Pretty much because the reason why is because I have usually a lot of students. And so there's about 46 students in this play. Wow. But I had a student, I was going to write something that was really dramatic. Mm-hmm. And then I had a student who went and actually auditioned for a show on Guam. I'm not going to mention what it was. And the audition process for her was not, it was not a positive experience. And it was actually kind of funny. So, you know, I was laying around and I'm thinking, you know, I think I'm going to just get rid of the dramatic piece and I'm going to do something that's a little bit more comedic. So I came up with this idea, and it's called The Audition. So it is an original piece, which I really do like to write quite a bit. And anyways, I think it's very fun. It's very fun. So it's kind of a spoof on, it's not really a spoof on America's Got Talent, but it kind of has that feel to it.
Right.
And so it kind of starts with this, the Royal Variety show in England, and something happens. So they have to have an audition in order to find the star of the show. Wow. And even though it sounds very basic, the show is anything but basic. So there's a lot of great characters, and that's what I like about it. And so it's really fun.
I believe it. I mean, any audition that I've ever done has also been really nerve-wracking. I can't even think about it too much. And there's a lot of funny stories. What kind of personal connection do you have to this play? I know as a writer, a lot of times we write pieces and we feel very connected.
I think for this, it's just, I think whenever this girl came and, you know, she was telling me about her audition, she called me up and she was telling me about it, and it was pretty embarrassing for her. I think what happened was I just decided that I think, yes, like you said, I think all of us, anybody who loves to sing or dance, and you've gone to some sort of audition and you've blown it for some reason, or, you know, maybe the director didn't have you in mind. Mm-hmm. I think like we all have a story like that. But this revolved around that particular thing, and then what I did is I just expanded it to where I had, you know, all these really big characters, because the behind the scenes in any sort of, whether it's a dramatic show or a comedy show, any sort of play, any sort of theater, there's always some sort of behind the scenes look that you have, especially if you have really big characters.
So true.
Yes.
There's always something more that happens behind the curtain.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And tell us more about your background, Karen. I know theater seems to be something that you're very passionate about.
Well, we've been doing theater here. I was doing theater with actually Jefferson Cronin and Diane Thurber. When it was Theater Guam, and this was years ago. I'm not even going to date myself that, but we did theater on Guam, and we did a lot of things. We raised a lot of money for theater, and it is a great way to raise money for charities and such, and it's a great way to have fun, and plus we love theater. And I'm a nurse, though. Actually, my profession is a nurse. So I started, I kind of started at St. John's, really quite by accident. Their theater, the guy that was producing theater there, he left, and so they asked me if I would take over a show for him. So I directed and produced the show, and it was actually a Disney piece. And then the next year he decided not to come back, and so I pretty much rewrote their whole theater direction. So I really don't do musical theater, but in this show we have dancing, ooh, we have singing, and besides the drama, and I did all the choreography as well with my if I don't mention her name, she will kill me, Agnes Matinani, who's my best friend, and so her and I did all the dancing, and we did the singing, and so a lot of work in my kitchen. We danced a lot in my kitchen.
And it's all original. I mean, that's amazing.
Yes.
So The Audition, who should come out and who should watch it, and where can they go to get tickets?
Well, anybody can come to it. It's a family-friendly show. It's just super fun, guaranteed a few laughs. It's $10. The play is at the Plaza where they just had GACs.
Right.
So it's the old Gap, and so it's $10 for admission, 7:30 p.m. on Friday and Saturday.
Perfect. And finally, as we're wrapping up here, I do many stories involving children, and I know the kids from St. John's are really excited to put this together. Did they mention anything or that they want maybe folks back home to know about this particular play?
Well, I just think I think because families are so supportive on Guam, and I have kids that are in 6th grade, so it's 6th, 7th, 8th, and all through high school, and I have 3 of my alumni. And one of my alumni that's coming back to do the play, he's a professional actor back in Seattle. So he'll be flying in tomorrow night to actually do the play. So we got a lot of action going on. So if you're interested in some really great acting, some great singing, and some dancing, it's fun. And you just want to have some fun, just come.
Yeah, I'm going to watch it.
Good.
The Audition.
The Audition.
It's going to remind me of all the times that I've auditioned and not made it.
Hey, no problem.
I like that. Well.